Hi, I'm Kristen Davis, and I want to know, are you a Charlotte? Welcome back, everybody, to Are You a Charlotte? Part 2. Thanks for joining us. Here we go. So Carrie's at home, and she's. This is what I find depressing. So she says, I wondered, were we all just victims of conditioned responses, doomed to repeat the same unconscious relationship patterns? Were we all, in fact, just dating the same person over and over again? So fucking depressing.
So depressing.
I mean, but so good also.
So good. So good. It's almost like a thought that is pre-therapy.
Yeah.
And more brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yes. And I'm afraid the answer is probably yes.
Yes.
But then, and then we still have some people talking to the camera, which is also funny. Right?
It's like avant-garde weird theater land.
Totally.
But in dirty New York, so it kind of is cool.
Totally. And it gets better. Like compared to first season, I think it's really better. Right?
So much better. And it's a great device used well, but it's funny at the beginning.
It is really funny. Yeah, you're like, oh my God, we're back to this. Okay. And then we see poor Samantha, who's in her very red bedroom, golden red, hearing the people having the sex through the wall, which I was just like, oh, this is depressing me. That's how I felt. Then Carrie says that she's feeling, quote, restless.
Yes.
Which made me laugh because she pauses ever so slightly before she says the word restless. You're like, oh, yes, I know what she's saying. And then she calls Dean Winters' character.
Yes.
We're just going to call him Dean Winters.
Yes.
His name is John, which is kind of funny, but we'll ignore that. And she says something like, can you come over? Or no, we're going to have drinks after work at 6:30.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And he's like, seems like a very together, like, I thought he was a finance guy. Later on, we find out he's like a cell phone salesman.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Yeah, you're like, you have to really go back in your mind, like, what is he actually talking about? Time. You're buying time. But remember back in the day where like you didn't want to use your minutes.
Oh, always.
Right?
Like, oh, no.
Right. You used your minutes.
I put in $50 like a week ago.
That's what he did. I thought he was like a stock salesman
when you
or whatever.
first meet him, yeah.
Right?
And then it becomes a bit sadder.
Then it becomes a bit sadder when he doesn't like sushi too.
I remember when he walks, am I jumping ahead for the question?
You are, but I don't care.
He walks into her apartment, and you know what broke my heart? He was like, something about, well, I have a dinner plans at 8, and she's like, oh no, so do I.
Yeah.
And that's when you know how insecure both are.
Yeah.
Because I think the problem is when you have someone you call just for sex, you are always checking to see, but are they in love with me? Oh. I think the truth of it is one of you wants a relationship.
But see, that would be me. And that's why I don't have a fuck buddy.
Me too. That's why I don't.
Right.
Because I always think, oh, I'm going to be like the other girls and pretend it's that.
Right.
But of course I want him to be my boyfriend.
Right. When
and
in
then
fact,
my friends
if you
would
look
say
back,
that's
you
not.
don't.
You don't.
Right.
Exactly.
But it's too hard in the moment. Like I just can't turn off the other things.
But I knew she was lying when she was like, oh yeah, no, I have.
Right.
There was something in it. I was like, oh, that's so tenuous. Our little lies we tell to protect ourselves in dating. Oh God.
Yeah, I know it was sad, but I also felt like, well, at least they're on the same page. I kind of thought.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
Because we know Carrie's not in love with him.
No.
Even though she's going to give it her best effort.
Shot. You know, there's something even about it. Yeah.
Which I liked. But then, of course, they mess it up, which was sad. So anyway, then we go. This was the weirdest storyline for me, for Charlotte, because first of all, I remember nothing. Nothing of any of this. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm watching. I'm like, I don't remember this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I going to have sex with these guys? I have no idea.
Is it because it was such long hours every day, nonstop?
And because we're shooting two at once, as you know, right? And I mean, there are certain clothes that I remember. Like there's a cream colored dress. I have it still in my closet. Sometimes I look at it and I think like, when did I wear that? I don't know. I wore it in this episode. And there's a green sweater that I recognize. And I have a picture of Cynthia and I, like a continuity type picture, Polaroid, from that restaurant scene. And I don't look happy. So I think it was some stress going on in my life and lack of sleep You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely
there's
lack
like
of sleep. The hours you guys did back then.
totally bonkers. But I do love the weird storyline of Charlotte trying to be like a man and trying to double book herself.
So great.
It's so funny.
And it looks so modern. They look kind of like it's not that they could be right now. Like there's something.
Definitely.
I love that.
I loved it too. I was worried that I was going to try to have sex with them. I was like, has Charlotte lost her mind?
No, I know.
But no, she hadn't. She was just trying to date them. But then, of course, it blows up in her face immediately, which is so perfect.
So
you know what I'm saying?
perfect.
And the one guy with the floppy hair seems like he could have been a nice guy for Charlotte, but she's now ruined it, trying to take her girlfriend's advice. You know what I mean?
So this morning I was thinking about that. I was like, wow, she took her girlfriend's advice and this happened. And then I was thinking, we need our girlfriend's advice.
Yeah.
Because it propels us.
Yeah.
But the problem is we don't need to do the exact advice. I think we need to head somewhere.
I think we need to like take it in and
like you
filter
asking
it
him
a bit.
in your yoga outfit, like, oh, do you want to have dinner? I love that.
That
it
was
gave me
good.
hope. And I was like, oh, but then when you had to leave and I was like, oh God, that's not Charlotte.
No, and
it's gonna
I
fail.
obviously made a choice to kind of that it wasn't Charlotte.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
It's funny to watch your acting too. I'm like, oh yeah, that is such a cute little fake scratchy throat I'm doing there, but that's okay. But the most,
I love that kind of acting in early shows. I do because there's something about this show that sometimes there's so much you have to do, and then sometimes you literally they're losing the light, and like any show, it's not unique in that sense, but because it's comedy, sometimes I find myself even playing Seema, there's a bit of egg on my face. I don't mind it.
Right.
Because I realize for the pace of this show, you can't hit everything perfectly. If not, there's no humanity.
Yes.
So I almost like when I see something like you just said.
Yeah.
I find
think
it
the egg on the face is integral.
integral.
Needed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And sometimes they write it, but then sometimes it's just there.
No, sometimes in group scenes, it's always there because
I know.
of timing.
They're
and
very hard.
And they're very hard. And I'm learning to like them.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Egg on face.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, so let's go back to the Carrie and John, Dean Winters relationship. When they go on the date,
Yeah.
it's just the saddest thing in the world. And I feel so bad for him because clearly they don't know anything about each other.
No.
Other than that they seem to enjoy each other in bed.
Yes.
You know, which is something.
And they know how to behave. in
Right,
that
they've got the
zone.
rules. They've got
the
a
rules.
constructed situation. Then they go out of the constructed situation. It falls apart so quickly.
I mean, it almost looks like he's never been to a restaurant with
I
a
know. He
woman.
wants a burger. And he doesn't like sushi.
No.
I'm like, dude, you need to pretend to like sushi
know.
with Carrie.
I know.
It's sad.
No, it's
so
that
sad.
episode. You're right. I don't think any of the episodes had that feeling for me where I was like, I don't know what to do.
I know.
But it could be because you and I don't relate as much to this dilemma, maybe.
Right.
As
But
people.
I think it's because I think theoretically, like structurally, we know, for instance, that the big Carrie relationship is going to have highs and lows and all of the different things and
Yes.
sadness, right?
Yes.
And we expect that, right?
You're right.
But when
We
we're
do.
outside of that, we are not expecting kind of a one-off episode called The Fuck Buddy to have such sadness.
Yeah.
I still am
You're
shocked.
so right because we expect that thing with Carrie's character and her arc, but it's like she was shocked.
Totally.
It was like
she thinks it's all going to work out.
Yeah, and also because it's not she's in love with him, it didn't have to go that far to work out, and he couldn't even get there.
No, I know. That's what's so sad. It's not even like we're expecting
No.
miracles. We're just
Yeah.
expecting a dinner to go well, and no,
it's like
it
the law
doesn't.
of the universe. Don't mess with real feelings. And
So
don't
true.
invent fake feelings.
Or
you
yes,
know?
don't try to put like a square peg in a round hole or whatever that phrase
no.
is.
It's going to go
Right.
wrong.
Right. It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Whew. Now, the one exciting moment of it all is when Miranda leaves the angry guy at the table Do you remember? He's like, so he's trying to get, he's angry about literally everything. Like, and at one point, she's trying to hail a cab, and he's like, you can't hail a cab on that side of the corner. And she's like, no, I have. And then he hails a cab. Yeah. And then he kind of pushes her in the cab.
No, I know.
And then she's like, but I like it when he pushes me around in sex. Which, I mean, this is like such a big issue. We could have a whole episode just about that.
Thank God it's Cynthia doing it.
Yes.
Because there's something about Cynthia that's just like, whatever. And then other times she's like, no. And both of those qualities in her could handle this
100%. You're not worried for her at all.
No.
You're not worried for her at all.
Exactly.
And she's kind of like, why do I like it so much in sex, but nowhere else? Which is a good question. It's not really ever answered, but it's a good question to just leave out there. And so luckily she says, he's going to find out if he makes partner, and then I'm sure he's going to lighten up. So then he finds out he makes partner, and he's just bitching and moaning about, hours and she doesn't get the pressure on him and whatever, and then she just gets up and leaves, and it's super exciting and satisfying.
Super exciting. And do you know what it was? Even that relationship, it was like, wait, how did it get to that point? How did Miranda think that he was going to change without seeing it? It was good point. It was frustrating. It was frustrating just to go on that journey.
I agree, and that's why the episode's kind of sad. You know what I mean?
That's why the episode's
because
sad.
Really nothing works out that great. Poor Samantha tries to break down the wall between her and her neighbors, and it doesn't go well. It's just sad all the way around.
And not even with Samantha, she'll take any sad situation and make it still like a bit of a hip thrust, and she can't.
No.
So that's why it's sad.
Yeah. This reminds me of my mom at the time that we were doing the show in the beginning. She was really mixed feelings about the show, and it makes so much sense now. I mean, at the time I was just like, oh, Mom, it's fine. What do you mean?
But Kristen,
right? But she was like, well, I just don't want to think that this is what dating is like for you. And I was like, it's not. Which in reality it kind of was, but I mean, not to this level, obviously.
No, and also your mom is watching the show with the lighting and with everything. You weren't. You were doing the show and watching, so she was really seeing the whole New York.
Yes,
the
which
grittiness.
is not her world at all. And this reminds me of something that we wanted to talk about, which is the difference between the experience of making a show, then the experience of watching that same show that you made, and then hearing other people who were not part of the show discussing it, and how completely dissonant it can be.
It is. I never want to come off as when you're an actress, you think you get better at understanding this, right? But this show, because it's such a cultural phenomenon, so people join in without you being in a discussion, the discussion begins.
Yes.
So I'm learning this only in this show, but I think what's wild is the other day I was doing an interview, and I think that's when it really hit me. I was like, oh, she's watching a show that I'm not watching.
Yep.
It just hit me finally.
Yeah.
I've understood variations of that thought, but there's no way when you do a read through, that's in your head when you watch the show. The edits are like, oh, they chose that.
Right.
We can't watch the show as it is.
Right.
And because people either love or want to talk about or are angry at some issue, they want us available. And I sometimes don't know what they're saying because I've not seen the same thing.
Definitely. Sometimes I don't know what they're saying either.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, and you'd think I'd be used to it after all this time, but I'm not.
But that's what always
really
helped me about you. You've often said something that I'm like, oh, she's not used to it yet, which kind of makes me happy that it hasn't, that you've kept this human kind of like, okay, what is this?
Right.
But also it just shows maybe we're not supposed to be good at it. Like,
right.
And sometimes I feel bad because like someone will ask me something and they have so much excitement.
Right.
And I don't know what they're asking.
Right. Well, I think somehow we're supposed to be experts about their experience. But
yes,
I mean, I do feel like we're experts about what we've made which people seem to sometimes doubt, which is really interesting, right? Because I mean,
it should be easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Which obviously it's not easy at all.
No.
But also like we're in it. I can't be objective.
Exactly. Also, we're insecure. We barely pulled it off.
Yeah.
So then when we're being asked about whether it's a good or bad thing.
Right.
That was take number 17 and I'm so glad I'm not embarrassed by it. Like, there's so many thoughts we have that are different.
And I also think that we're in a crazy time, culturally, in terms of the dialogue or lack thereof of true dialogue, maybe like that. There's like people are very, very black and white about things, in terms of like, I hated that, I love that, I hated that, I love that. There's not actual conversations sometimes.
Yeah, and it happens with us. Like, sometimes I'm in a conversation even with a friend, and they'll bring up something that they want to talk about that isn't even in my scenes.
Right.
And I'm not sure why they're asking me.
Right.
But they care so much.
Right.
And so I'm learning anyway. I'm learning because I'm always scared of coming off a bit like an asshole.
Oh, my
about
God.
It. No. Because when it happens, people don't realize we get hurt.
Yeah.
Like I first get hurt.
Yes.
Then I go, they don't mean it that way, Sarita. They don't mean it.
Right.
So then I try to understand it. But that takes time. And they're just like looking at me with this weird expression.
Right.
So,
but this is the thing. This is the thing that I come back to. I mean, number one, we can't control how people perceive things, right?
Yeah.
We just can't. It's like a 12-step type of a situation, right? Like you have to admit, like, I cannot control that. Second of all, we have to be able to create.
Yeah.
And we have to stay open to be able to create.
Yeah.
And that's not easy.
No.
Ever. And definitely not right now in time.
No.
In our culture. So there's some protection that you need to create for yourself. And partly because of the podcast, I'm more out in the world of the conversation than I would normally be.
That's
because
true.
I'm trying to kind of figure it out more and use it for the podcast.
I love that you're being how do I say this? You're being very like whatever comes up to your brain is. I love that because it's the one thing you're not allowed to do with the show because you don't want to offend people. You don't.
Right.
You don't. I kind of find that very refreshing.
Thank you. It's scary.
Yeah, I bet it's scary. No, I bet it's scary because we mess up with people's names and
Right.
But look at the love. Even when we're talking about something that we're like, whoa, I still love it.
Yes.
So I'm not going to talk about it.
Right. I mean,
my British accent just came out. Like,
I know. I love how your accent comes and goes so much.
when I'm a bit jet lagged. When I'm tired, like a full 2 words will come out, and it's like a fish coming out of my mouth that I'm just like.
No, all of it's good. All of it's good. This is what I love so much about you. Like you could talk to Sarita about so many different countries that she's actually lived in. Like it is.
Well, can I
so
say one
cool.
thing? Talking about countries. So I just came back, and my friend Lorena is addicted to the show.
Okay.
Both the old and the new, and it's so sweet because when we're there, it airs Friday nights. Here it airs Thursday, and every Friday we'd be at the beach and doing our thing, and she'd be like, "No, Sarita, we go. It's dropping. It's dropping now." And I was like, "Definitely." And she knows me so well. She goes, I know you're not as excited as me. And I was like, no, I may be more excited than you. And she goes, okay, I know it's drama in head with the actors. I don't know. Okay, we're going to go. And I watch Lorena watch the show. And it's like watching Spanish, watch our show, getting it in a, I don't know. It's an experience to watch this show abroad.
Absolutely.
And see the love and see I was kind of, and just hearing the comments. I loved it.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice to hear.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we just have to do it and let it go out there and it's going to do what it's going to do. Right. And sometimes it's hard to remember that because obviously there's a lot coming at us, but then I think that's also why, we're together and we can be together in it all.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I felt coming here today. I was like, oh, I needed this and I haven't had this. We've done a lot of press and I was like, even I can feel it now. Like I don't even know. Usually I'm aware of my hair or my face or I'm not really aware. Like part of me thinks when I watch it, it's going to be like, but that's so rare, right? When you're in conversation on camera.
Right. Well, because this is what I love about podcasting is that I wanted to have the flow.
Yeah.
Right. And the only way to have the flow is to just go where it goes. So sometimes I apologize, sweet listeners, if I did not recap enough for you. Some people want more recap. Some people want less recap. Right. But like for me, the joy of this
is being in it.
Yeah. With whomever has come to be with me.
No, I can't even remember what I thought we might talk about because I'm literally just following you.
Which is great.
It's
a joy.
I love it.
Me too. I love it too. And I love having you.
I love having
and
you.
I need to
I
keep
love having
seeing
you. I'm not having you. You're having me.
Yes, but both.
I love being here.
It's a two-way street, baby. I'm just going to briefly touch on the fact that, unfortunately, as far as we know, we do not get to go and be together for 18 hours a day.
I know.
Still sinking in.
Still sinking in.
Not 100% there.
Totally.
So sad.
So sad and so beautiful. You're almost saying it in the way I feel it. Like not real words are coming out yet, right?
It's true. It's true. But also I have been through this before where we're saying goodbye, but then we don't ever really say goodbye. And for me, we all are so alive in me. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's so beautiful, Kristen.
Don't you feel?
I feel like also it's so different. My feelings are one, and then there's yours, which is the first, and then a different iteration, and it's a lot. But I love what you just said, which is often when you think it's an end, it's not, whatever that means, right?
Yeah.
And that just made me understand something right now, but I'm glad when you left that message for Nicole that didn't go.
Yeah.
That it allowed you to cry.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, don't you find it's when someone answers the phone that's when you cry?
Yes.
So maybe
there's some kind of a trigger or something. And I think also because Nicole and I, when she began the show was like when I had to cry for weeks with her, so that because of Big's death, right? Do you remember this?
Yes.
That was how we began our relationship. So I think there's also like this established freedom that I have with her to share those kind of deeper things, right? And also I was just trying to check in on her. So then I was sad that she didn't get the message because I was trying to check in on her, though my feelings like poured out in a way.
Now she knows it fully, Nicole.
Yes,
That's so beautiful.
Yes.
But I think also it's interesting because you had left me something, and that just seeing your name, and then Cynthia did, and then Sarah Jessica, and it was interesting because it allowed me when I heard Sarah Jessica's, it just allowed me to let it go and also just think of you guys because I don't even know how this was able to happen and how amazing.
It is. It really is.
And you brought us on, which is so beautiful. But yeah, I keep thinking of you guys and I keep thinking, they must have so many different emotions, different days. And it's going to take a long time for you to form a sentence.
For sure. For sure.
But it's nice. This is my first public.
You're doing great.
Sentence with you, which is what a great place to do it.
I know it's a great place to do it because we're free and we're just ourselves and there's no lens of any other, journalist or whatever here. Obviously, there's just us. And I also think it's going to continue to evolve. And I mean, I'm just so grateful that we were able to do the show we wanted to do.
Oh, Kristen.
And to bring you guys on. Such incredible bright lights for us. Like inspiration for us. Grounding for us. It was obviously we love each other, but we love you guys too so much.
But and that's not a given, right? I think when people ask me about you and obviously I don't talk much about it, but the one thing I think that shocks them is when I'm like, they're really regular gals who are hardworking actresses.
Yeah.
They're actors.
Yeah.
And
but really regular, right?
Really regular.
I know,
and
it's funny.
You have real friendships between you three. And I think that just sounds like I'm lying. So when I say
such cynicism, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be fun the story was the opposite?
Yeah.
So then when they're like, how is it for you and for Nicole? And I say a similar thing, they must just be like, she's a liar. She's just lying. And I'm like, I know you think I'm like, but it really is true.
Yeah.
And it's shockingly beautiful.
I just want to say one thing.
Tell me.
The eye patch. I mean, it was funny in person, but like when I watched my birthday episode and Logan singing and your reaction to Logan singing in the eye patch was so incredibly satisfying.
Oh.
And then to watch you guys make out in the cab, I was thrilled.
With the eye patch.
Thrilled. And the shot through the window.
Okay, that shot, do you know how long I spent in that cab?
I can imagine.
But you know what comforted me the next day? Because like I had the eye patch and the angle had to be right.
It was cool.
And it was over and over. But do you know what was interesting? Gary from the crew, he said, we got a good shot of you for that. And I go,
yep.
Did you? Because the bright lights of the city. And when I saw that angle,
it was great.
It made me give in to whatever I do next is just to accept when they say it.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing it,
you don't feel. I agree.
You've got like stuff sticking
totally.
in you.
Yes.
You're trying to hold in your stomach.
Totally.
You just
all of it.
Barely.
All of
and
it.
then you see it and you're like, they got your back.
It was fantastic. And I mean, Gary always has our back, number one. Number two, it was so reminiscent of the old show.
It was.
Right?
Wow.
Like,
sorry, high five on that. You're so right.
Big time, baby. It was awesome. I mean, so many of your things are awesome.
You've got a good eye.
It just came to my mind because at the time, of course, we shot the birthday party for like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
4 weeks. I
never even saw you there half the time because we shot individually sometimes.
I know.
What a great episode, babe.
I know, right?
That was a great episode.
I know.
And you about
but like your stuff was hard. It was hard.
Well, it was made easier because Logan's actually very present.
He's so good.
A great.
He's so good when he sings that song. People thought he was fake singing that was someone else singing.
No.
Like, no, that's him. He's incredible.
He's incredible.
I know. I want him to be on the show too. He can be a catching up with friends. Logan, calling Logan, Marshall Green. We need you. All right, we could keep going.
We could keep
You
going.
can come back, baby.
I love you.
Please, I love you too.
You never asked me the question.
Ah! She remembered. Thank God. So, Sarita, are you a Charlotte?
I never thought I was, but I feel like I might be.
I think you are.
I think I am.
I think you are. But you can be part Charlotte, part others, which I think you are probably.
Definitely. But I just want to say I am.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think you are because like as worldly and kind of sophisticated as you are, you're such a like heart.
Oh.
You know, you're so open. And leading with the heart in terms of like your actual life.
And I think there are certain like rules and what may look like prudish behavior that just come from protecting yourself and also religion and countries and nature that make you feel you're not as wild as people think you are.
Right.
And, you know.
I do know. I really, really know. I love you so much.
I love you so much.
So much. Thank you so much for being with us.